Did you know that there is a space beyond the empty vacuum of space? This space can be found once you reach the limits and just go straight out of bounds. This place is known simply as the out of bounds. Everywhere you look, run, dig, look, go, or fly, or even just imagine, it's all the same. Same buildings, same pattern, same material. Nothing changes. There's even wildlife here. This is also the residence of the Guardians, and even Pal. Now, if you've read my other posts, you would know that canonically, these guys, the Cosmonia is actually a system made with simple code and actually connected to my channel, looks at my channels, and it makes an actual simulation, like it's an actual world. Has timelines and stuff, and it still keeps timelines because every single thing that happened is locked. However, when it's recorded, it's really locked. But if it's not recorded, it's still locked, not as locked. And the residents, well, if you watch my Amazing Digital Circuits video, you'd know what they're made of. But I'll cover that somewhere else, in case anyone doesn't actually want to talk about it. In case anyone doesn't actually want to watch an hour-long episode. Just repost. I'll cover it in a post. But there's even has wildlife too. They even have pictures of it. Now, these are the oldest pictures of the Out of Bounds, but they're very clear for old pictures. But a strange thing about these pictures is that most of them are really questionable in quality. They even makes the place look different. Most of them are even regress, like seriously regress in quality. With this one being the most creepiest. Well, just mysterious, but definitely signifies danger. It looks like a man is escaping something. We don't know what it was trying to escape. I mean, what he was trying to escape. But it seems that this entity was looking for him and has found him. Nobody knows what this place is. Or why it exists. And now I'm here to absolutely ruin the tension by just over-explaining everything. So let's go to the Out of Bounds, shall we? This one is also loud, as they also use his jetpacks. As you may notice, it has tentacles and lasers. These aren't even babies or something else. Now, they have to go away from their colony or from their home just to grow up. And once they come back, they look different. These things are pretty helpful. They can even be kept as pets. Because, as a matter of fact, you can actually bring these things out of the Out of Bounds to your home universe. And so on. These things also do not attack. Now, this one's actually a quiet one. And thank God, because I can actually talk without being rudely interrupted. Now, these things are gigantically huge and large. Now, it has machine guns for weaker defensive, and lasers and a crossbow for stronger defensive. Lightning guns for electrocuting predators, and which is the next creature. But the flamethrowers, don't think of it as anything. It's not meant to be the way you think it is. It's just flamethrowers. Also, you may notice that these things can unintentionally kill you with the rubble. So that's a plus. Now, don't get too close to it now, or it might whack ya. Yeah, this is what happens when the the creature we just mentioned grows up. It turns into this. I I don't know about that one. Now, you may notice that the beetles, the admin beetles, actually look a lot more different than the pictures. Well, the picture they were featured in. Well, there was two pictures, but the other one was really low quality, and the other one was like the highest quality you can have of those pictures. Now, the reason they look so different is because canonically, Canon Me changed them like a lot. So what I did here was I gave them actual weapons and a way to actually defend themselves. Because, well, people actually started eating the admin beetles. Like, they were actually eating them. And so, I had to give them a way to defend themselves. So, to defend themselves, they have lightning guns, lasers, and flamethrowers, and tentacles, and claws. Well, those are already there, but whatever. So, the whole point of the admin beetles is that they're like companions. At first, they were just harmless companions. But now they can actually defend themselves, so they're like meant to be like fighting companions now. Oh, they're fighting someone. I don't think I want to know what's going on here. I think it's best to stay away from all of that. But yeah, what the admin beetle does, apparently, and so they fight with you, and the whole thing is that they're meant to be like companions for admin residents, which are clever residents that have like admin permission powers. These beetles are here to be their companions, their mental support, and also to teach them how to use their abilities through text. Like, they can actually show text, just to teach an admin how to use their abilities, and so on. So yeah, they teach, they fight, and so on. Pretty good companions, huh? Now, I should probably leave before they actually start targeting me, too. Now, for the next creature, I'm actually gonna have to stay with these ones, because I cannot talk about it without getting torn apart, so I'm gonna have to use edits to like document this one. So this thing is called the Australian Special. It has two torsos, the longer one for its head and the shorter one to hold the tentacles, which hold its chemicals. Now, since it's an Australian Special, and that's what it's called, the Australian Special, and since it's purpose-built, professionally engineered, precisely made, just to be the most stereotypically Australian animal you can think of. And you know what those tentacles hold? They hold 4 different types of neurotoxin. Because it's Australia. Oh, and also necrosis, bufotoxin, and hemorrhagic venom. And also the same stuff in stonefish. So yeah, that thing's a nightmare. Oh, and also the head is also meant to tear you apart. Now, since this is called the Australian Special, I'll give you exactly one guess as to where it's from. Yeah, it's the place down under. Down under in the Out of Bounds. I think you already expected that. Now, now these trees. So these trees actually are pretty interesting. Because these tentacles actually hold cake. And these cakes, unlike actual cakes, are not really junk food. They taste like junk food, they even have sugar, but the sugar is actually pretty helpful. Because you don't actually develop diabetes from it. Instead, these things are made with proteins and vitamins, just like actually surviving here without starving. And, well, they're pretty heavy, but you can just pick these off pretty lightly. And as for defending you from threats, they use the lightning guns or the tentacles. Now, as to eat these cakes, first they have to remove the spike so you don't frickin' die eating it. Oh, and you just eat it then. And yeah, that's my documentary.